I posted a video about this chart the other day, and we talked about college tuition and how it went up 196%. Here is one of the comments, and it's worth talking about. The more something has been federally subsidized with taxpayer money, the price goes up. It's something people say all the time, but it ain't true. What people forget is that college used to be free. Why was it free? That's because back in the day, the United States, both state and federal, poured money into colleges because they were trying to win the space race. The GI Bill poured billions into colleges. We were investing in education. Colleges used to be free. Tuition was not a thing. Tuition did not exist for many colleges during that previous era. Especially in states like California, there was no such thing as tuition. That was until the 1970s when government officials said, wait a minute, what if we decided to start cutting taxes? That meant that colleges had less money. They had to invent tuition. Yes, they had to invent tuition because once they cut taxes, they had to figure out how they were going to fund stuff. Once they started cutting funding, then they said, hey, we're losing money. We don't have funding. We need to cover this gap. They went to Congress. Congress said, all right, well, we're not going to fund it anymore. We're not in the space race. We're not going to just give you money like we used to for research, for missiles, for space, for all that type of stuff. Instead, we'll just create a loan program and a grant program. But Congress is still doing what? They still cutting to this day. And what is tuition and the cost doing to this day? It's still going up. And what do you think colleges have done? Today, colleges have changed their strategy. Because of the way federal aid works, colleges now try and bring over international students because they don't get federal dollars and they have to pay 100%. Those are the most profitable students. Next, after that, they go for out-of-state students. My local school is UNC, which is expensive. I want people who are out of state because they have to pay higher tuition than those who are in state. And they did this all because the local state was cutting funding. They weren't getting it from the federal level and they weren't getting it from the state level. So they were trying to find out who can pay the absolute most money. Why do you think all these acceptance rates are shooting up and everybody's trying to be these elite schools? Because all the rich parents can pay. So they're all going up market and making school as expensive as possible to be a prestige brand as opposed to what they were supposed to be, just to educate the people so you can get the best job possible. All of this started because we did what? All because we stopped funding education in the way that we used to.